out here on a beautiful day. I'm picking up a Kubota. Now I've got a Bobcat 595, T595, and it's getting a handle replaced. And somebody put like the wrong part number in the right part number box. So I would have had my machine today, but because of that snafu in quality control somewhere in a parts factory, I asked if my buddy Jared could hook me up with a loaner, and he said yeah. So that was cool. And I've never driven a Kubota before. You know, the price point's a little better than Bobcat. And I'm going to be pulling some trees on our new land today. And so I thought, well, let's give this Kubota a shot and see what it is. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, so Jared went, he owns Capital City Equipment. He's got this machine. The tracks are a little higher, maybe a little shorter than Bobcats, just by looking at it. It's got a nice little keeper thing here for attachments, so that's cool, because I'm always tearing hoses off. Here's the Bobcat attachments, and it's got some auxiliary. I don't know about this. This 7-pin might need an adapter for that if we got Bobcat stuff, but I'm sure that's available. The cab, I sat in the cab, and you know, it's got the windshield that goes up. I don't know how you even get this down. I'll figure it out off camera. But the windshield lifts up, like from here. So that's cool. Because everybody knows in a Bobcat, if you got your windshield on, you're stuck unless the tool's all the way on the ground. And I mean, you're just like trapped. We have Vermeer mini loaders, and so we're used to hopping on and hopping off. We get in our Bobcat, we're like stuck. If the grapple's got anything in it, you can't get out. And so that's kind of an issue. But in this, you just roll up the windshield and you can get out. Now, of course, you don't want to get out under a full load or anything like that. But even if it's up just a little, you can't get out of your machine in a Bobcat. So that's really cool. The floor, look at this. It's like you're in the living room. Wow. Imagine this is the throttle. If you want a manual throttle, maybe wonder if there's a start and run over here. Wonder if there's a manual throttle. You got to control the throttle with your foot. Maybe this is. Yeah, this is a throttle over here. So radio's back here out of the way. That's cool. Got your windshield wipers. Everything's off to the side, so you've got nothing out here like Bobcat does. Ergonomically, this is nice. The handles, they come down just like that. That's cool. And I think it's ISO controls, ISO. So that should be just like our mini skid steers from Vermeer. Right hand is the bucket controls. Left hand is your drive. So if I can just pretend I'm standing on the back of one of our loaders, I should be able to intuitively run this pretty well. So yeah, the thing that got me thinking about this is the ergonomics of the cab. I'd say that's a huge plus here for this machine. So we'll get her out and we'll pull some trees. I've got my handy dandy tree puller that I dropped off with my machine. That's over here. So we redid the plumbing on this. I didn't like how the plumbing came. It came out the side here. This is a CID. And it came out in front. Man, I tore this up. I mean, you're pulling trees. This is like an alligator jaws that opens up. Yeah, I mean, it's violent. It's violent. and that hose was right here. I mean, these guys made an awesome tool, super durable, and they put the hose routing right out, you know, where it could just get hammered. And there was a open cavity right back here where they could come out straight up. We added this. We added this. Nice little plumbing. This is a Bobcat tool, so that's kind of stuck on there right now. The Kubota has a little clip there where I can clip into that. But yeah, so this routing is way better. These hoses are trapped behind the machine and they're protected. You know, they're hooked up here, and much harder to snag them back here than when they're out in front. So anyways, that's a quick little review of what we're going to be doing, and I'll put the GoPro on and we'll demonstrate pulling some trees, because that's a fun activity. I don't want to do it that way. Alright. The control's backwards from my Bobcat. Such an incredible thing. You think, oh, I'll be able to just think through that. Yeah, right. No, open is closed and closed is open. You'd think just a little memory like that would be easy to overcome. It is not. Take it slow. I'm only borrowing this. I don't need to master it today. Just take it slow. I want to pull some of these that are along the property line so I can, I found the corner posts. Alright. I'm so used to using my foot controls in my Bobcat. Open it up and you grab the next one, pull that out of the ground, shake that up. Look at it, this is an old quarry and the soil's so bad, the roots of the trees grow really long to get more moisture. So I'm finding a lot of really long roots. This were thick clay soil, there's just a couple inches of, you know, topsoil here. We got buried cable right down here, but that should be a lot lower than what my roots are. Top 18 inches of soil. Look at those long buggers. left hand, but only the left hand does this. And then the open and close is backwards, which I could fix by reversing the couplers on the tool. Shake off that dirt. We're going to run a burn pile, so we want to shake off all the dirt. All right, I can go get another little one. So yeah, we've got a electrical right of way on this land. We can't build any buildings here, and you can see, I don't know if you can see the topography is kind of moguly out there. That's part of the quarry, but we've got compost that we can run in here. Windrows of compost, and compost is a byproduct of the tree care industry. Chips can be made into dirt with enough nitrogen, and so our plan is to probably get some compost going down here, and we'll see. We got a bunch of trees to take out, but yeah, looking forward to this project. All right, let's see how this thing pulls some more trees. It's easier to do it on a lower throttle. Keeps you from really screwing up. I broke a windshield on my machine doing this, and it was right after I broke hoses. And when I put the hoses back together, they were backwards, and that little bit of backwards thinking caused me to have an issue when I went to kind of throw a piece, and I squeezed instead of letting go, and then at the wrong time I let go, and the stump came back into the windshield. So I am again with this new machine running backwards controls, so I'm going to be a lot less confident when I'm throwing stuff around, so I don't break the windshield on Jared's nice machine here. He wouldn't be happy about that. I told him I'd be gentle. Let's see if we can pull this little cedar. Look at that. Right out of the ground. Shake those roots off. It's a great little tool. You can go over here and we can put that on the ground. Ouch. I'm not very good at this machine. We are not going to try to get fancy. You can squeeze this root ball and kind of make it fall apart. If I can figure out my controls. Come on. You can do it, buddy. There we go. Shake it a little bit. Yeah, that gets the dirt right out of there. All right. Well, I'm kind of out here in the woods. Been pulling trees. This little unit works pretty well. You know, it operates a little different than a Bobcat, but really is quite intuitive. You know, I started getting used to the ISO, and the ergonomics in the cab are just great. I mean, that door alone is a selling point. My hoses here, I need to find something to keep them up. I beat them up. I'm probably just a couple inches short for this machine. I'll probably bungee this up so that it holds it off to this pinch point here. I don't think I've damaged them, but boy, I came close. So yeah, anyways, Kubota, I just might own one day. I think I'll get the this is the SVL75. I think I'll get the 97 and put a forestry head on the front, so I can run a forestry head. Get the bulletproof glass everywhere. That'd be a cool option. But yeah, I think they're a real viable machine, and you know, we might have one day. All right, take care. Hey, this is a game of trees, and you know, to play the game, you need the right toys. So we're always looking at toys, and this was a pretty fun day. We'll see you next time. Like us and subscribe to the channel, please. All right, awesome. See you next time.
There's always a risk when you're playing the game of trees.